What's up guys, X-Man here, back again with another video. But instead of reacting to the usual, red pill content or the goofy content with boys being boys and whatnot that I've been doing, recently and whatnot, I wanted to make this video to explain my situation, to explain to you guys why the title says what it says for this video, so you guys won't be left in the dark, be confused and wondering like what is going on with this guy and whatnot. I want to elaborate it as much as possible so you guys can be aware. you know um, the reason why the title states what it states is right now I'm in a very difficult position in my life where I'm struggling heavily financially. It's mainly the fact that right now with my current employer, they're not paying me the amount of money that we originally agreed with. They decided to, go from full time to part time because the business is so slow. So meaning I have less hours to work with, meaning I have less pay. And because of it, I'm in a very dangerous position where I have to find another job that actually is full time, offers me $20 an hour or 20 plus. I'm gonna say, as opposed to being paid pretty much like $15 an hour because that's what it feels like when I'm working for my current employer. I feel like I'm being paid $15 an hour, even though it says $20 an hour. With the less hours and the less payments, it pretty much adds up to like $15 an hour in reality. And so I'm in the position where I have to find jobs full time very quickly, hopefully within my field, as opposed to like working somewhere else, doing other type of stuff that have nothing to do with my field. I need this time to prioritize more than ever to find an employer that is not only an employer that I can grow and earn more money and is also close by, but especially I need to find an employer that's stable more than anything, because all my employers I've been working with in the past and even now have just been unstable, near the brink of bankruptcy type of positions, and I personally hate it. I hate the fact that every single one that I apply to is pretty much near the edge of bankruptcy. Considering, like most human beings, I'm trying to look for a job that's stable so I could earn my money, and not just earn my money, but earn user experience, so that way I can continue to level up and go past entry level jobs, so that way I could go to intermediate jobs and senior jobs and whatnot. But with the way things are, they're not going in my favor, and that's why I want to let you guys know about it, because I'm going to be spending a lot more time job hunting, job searching, whatever you want to call it. I decided I'm just going to upload videos every 2 weeks, at least try to. I can't promise that it's going to be consistent, because I'm not going to lie, the position that I'm in has been mentally exhausting me. It's been mentally exhausting me because of how stressful it is to try to find a job that isn't in a big city, because personally I don't want to go to big city because it's way too expensive. You earn little money because you have to pay for toll to get in and out. You get double taxes off your paycheck and that type of stuff. And the fact that it takes like an hour or two, depending on how bad the traffic is, to get to the big city and to come back, like I don't want to work in a big city, which makes things 10 times harder, especially the fact that I own dogs. As you guys see behind me, you guys can tell like I have dog treats, I got a fence right over there and whatnot. And before anybody says, why don't you send them to doggy daycare, and on the day while you're working, they could be in the doggy daycare playing with other dogs. I would love to send them to a doggy daycare. You have no idea how badly I would love to send them to a doggy daycare. But if you don't own a dog owners, you understand my pain. That is, doggy daycares don't have monthly memberships or anything like that. The cheapest type of monthly payment, the cheapest type of payment there is for doggy daycares is you pay $50 per day, which I can't afford. I can't afford $50 per day, because if you do the math, it doesn't matter if I send them to a doggy daycare 3 to 5 times a week. That's me spending like 150 to $250 per week. And if you times that by four, because there's 4 weeks in a month, that's me practically spending $750 to $1,000, and I can't afford that. I can't afford it because like it's already bad enough that my all the expenses I have to pay for take away half the amount of money I make, but to pay 750 and 1,000 on top of it, I'm pretty much gonna be literally left with nothing. And so it's why I can't afford to take them to doggy daycare. Before anybody says, X Man, like, don't you have friends or family members that you know that could take care of the dogs for you while you're away? Or, like they could live with them and you can move back in with your family and whatnot? No. Unfortunately, I don't. The friends and family that can take care of dogs are unfortunately out of state, and I can't afford to send my dogs out of state nor drive out of state to drop off my dogs. And even if I could, the friends and family that can take care of dogs because they have houses and whatever, unfortunately their hands are full as is. They either have too many kids, too many pets, or both, and because of it, adding more responsibilities would just pretty much kill them. It will hurt them a lot. It will make them more tired. Doesn't matter if I pay them, it wouldn't do much good. So, and to explain real quick about why I said that I can't send them to friends and family, where I'm living at and whatnot, is basically, you guys don't know this, but I moved out of my parents' place. Well, really my mom's place in specific, because they had a divorce not so long ago, and personally, I don't want to live with a deadbeat, aka my quote unquote father. I don't want to live with him because we don't have a good relationship. I hate the man and whatnot. I'm not gonna go in depth as to like what happened and why I hate him or anything like that. But living with my quote unquote father is not ideal for me, and I much rather live in the street than live with him, honestly. And I can't move back in with my mom because unfortunately, where she lives in an apartment that doesn't allow dogs. And because she lives in an apartment that doesn't allow dogs, is the reason why why I moved out in the first place, because I don't want to personally sell my dogs or rehouse my dogs or give my dogs away. I don't want to do any of that stuff because I've literally had these dogs for 5 years now. I've literally got them when they were just babies. I don't want to get rid of them. I really don't. I love my dogs. It's one of the main reasons why I'm fighting so hard to try to find a good paying job, because they're to me they're family. Some people may not view them as family. Some people view like dogs and cats as just animals. Yes, they're animals, but most dog owners, I know you guys can agree with me, they are family. Doesn't matter that they're domesticated animals or anything like that. We got them because we want to extend our family. That's why I'm trying to prioritize now more than ever to try to find another job that can hopefully pay me 20 an hour and isn't in like near the edge of bankruptcy. So yeah, I can't I can't at all move back in with my family. I don't have friends and family that can take care of them, and I can't afford like doggy daycares or dog hotels because they're way too expensive. So literally, the only other option I have is just to find another job, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm reducing the videos. Like I said, that I'm gonna be posting them every 2 weeks. I'm not giving up on my YouTube career. I do want to become a full-time YouTuber like the famous YouTubers like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, PewDiePie, Mr. Beast, so on and so forth. I want to be where they are. Not in the sense that like, oh, I want to be living in a luxurious mansion or anything like that. I want to be where they are, where they are living in a house where they don't have to oblige by a landlord's rules or anything like that. and I also want to live a stable financial life because personally, one of the biggest reasons why I even been doing YouTube in the first place is because besides the fact that besides the fact that you can make a lot of money out of this, personally, I'm not in it for the luxury. I'm personally like, yes, I do want the money, don't get me wrong, but I'm personally not interested in living in an expensive apartment or expensive mansion or anything like that. I personally don't care about that. All I care about is finding an apartment complex or finding a home that I could afford at one point for me and my dogs to live in, and that I can, be financially stable. That's all I personally care about. I don't care about, like I said, living in like an expensive apartment complex or mansion because, luxury to me is just not necessary. Luxury doesn't make me happy. What makes me happy is to be financially stable and to keep my precious little fuzzballs there that you guys can't see. I want to keep them until the day they die because I love them. So there's that. Regardless, I'm gonna try my best to try to upload, like I said, like for the third time now, to upload every 2 weeks. I can't necessarily promise that it's gonna be consistent because job hunting, most of you know, it's not fun. It is a very mentally draining experience for those that don't have years of experience or lack the skills necessary to get the good paying jobs. You know what I mean? So, um, but I'm still gonna try. I'm not giving up on my YouTube career no matter what. It's just gonna be slowed down. That's what I'm trying to say. So, I hope I made this very clear for you guys to understand what's going on my end and why things are going the way they are for the channel. Um, if you guys have any questions, by all means, let me know. I wouldn't mind answering certain questions. There are certain questions I'm not gonna elaborate. Like for example, I'm not gonna tell you guys where I live or anything like that. I plead the fifth if you guys ask that question. But yeah, I hope I made this very clear. If you guys have any questions, by all means, type it up in the comments below, and I'll respond to them when I get the chance. Other than that, yeah, I wish you guys all the best. Continue to watch my content, share my content to people who you think may like it. If you would like to support me, that's up to you. And yeah, take care, guys, and stay awesome.